my great fortune to introduce Pradyumna Prabhu. You all know Pradyumna Prabhu. We all know him very well. He is one of the senior most and sincere most devotee of ISKCON Baltimore congregation. And he is very humble also. It is his humility. He has been conducting this class for since last year before, but he never wanted to publicize that thing. So that's a great quality of a devotee, and he is certainly exhibiting that quality. Prabhuji has brought so many families into the Krishna consciousness. His whole family, out of brother, sister, everybody's, they are great example for all of us, that how one devotee can bring so many souls into the Krishna consciousness. So Prabhuji, thank you so much for allowing this opportunity to hear us from your holy mouth. And I also would like to thank Vivek Prabhu, who had been also publicizing these classes. He is preparing these exhibits, this poster, and running these classes, helping Pradyumna Prabhu. So Vivek Prabhu, thank you very much also for your services. So with that, I would like Pradyumna Prabhu to start the class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amarish Prabhu. Hare Krishna to everybody. Vancha kalpatarubhrasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Before we start the class, I will do the Mangalacharan, and then after we'll start accordingly. Om Agnantatirandasya Gnanam Jana Salakaya Chakshur Ulmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sriyuta Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathatvitam Tam Sanjivam Sadhyetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Tvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Brasya Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everybody. So today I start the class. Today actually His Grace Hari Parsad Prabhu was going to give the class, but I got the message from him that his mother was sick and he has to take care, so he requests me, please, I'm unable to come. And he's from Bombay. And same way, everywhere is Corona is going on, very bad situation in India. So also following, not next Sunday, but following Sunday, His Grace Nitai Sevini Mataji was going to give the class. And she sent me the information too, that she cannot able to come because she herself and her husband both got the corona positive. So she said, I'm out for at least a month. So, we are going to lose two good speakers. nowadays in ISKCON on Zoom classes has Amrendra Prabhu, Adi Gadadhar Prabhu, and Hari Parsad Prabhu, and Nitai Sevini Mataji. Those four speakers are very well known in ISKCON, and they are always busy. And it's very hard to schedule them, but it's good. They are supporting and we are doing good. We are almost a year doing these Zoom classes. So everybody is good to Baltimore congregation, and everybody is joined and support the class. So please, I'm requesting, pass the word and request the other devotee to come and join in the class. We need more devotee. When we have more audience, then people, we have good for preaching. This is classes is for preaching purpose. So that's why please advise someone to come and attend the class. Hare Krishna. Today, before start the class, I can say I was reading one book they call Art of Spiritual Life. The Art of Spiritual Life, the book is written by Jadurani Dasi. Jadurani Dasi was one of the few devotees in 1965, 66 time he joined in ISKCON. Jadurani Mataji, she was school student, high school, college student, was going in the college for arts and taking art subject. So one time she met Prabhupada and Prabhupada said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm going to the school." And then Prabhupada asked, "What you study?" She said, "I'm doing in arts." So Prabhupada said, "Oh, very good. I need somebody from arts background." So she was attracted and she came to Prabhupada, invited her to come over here at 26 2nd Avenue. I have small temple. So she went there and meet Prabhupada, and Prabhupada explained her to draw some Krishna picture. So she has no any background idea how is Krishna look like or how to draw the picture. But then by verbally Prabhupada explaining about Krishna, and she tried to draw the picture of Krishna. And one time, two times, three times, Prabhupada back and forth explain and doing, and she come and learn more, and she become a good artist for the ISKCON. And she had almost 80% of the ISKCON pictures we can see is made by Yadurani Dasi. She was very hardworking person, very sincere devotee. And she had a full trust on Prabhupada ji, because in early days, Prabhupada ji had so much open relation and very lovable relation with the devotees. And she feel like Prabhupada ji is my father. And father and daughter has a relation so close. Anytime she go to the Prabhupada ji, anything this problem, she back and forth, she draw the picture is not right. Prabhupada ji telling, do this way, do that way. And she has very close relation with the Prabhupada ji. So one time Prabhupada ji asked her to draw the picture of Radha and Krishna. So she drew the picture of Radha and Krishna, and she put in the temple. So a few days later, Prabhupada ji saw this picture, Radha Krishna, and he feel that, oh, he just loved looking this picture. And then after other devotee saw that Prabhupada ji don't like that much. So somebody passed the word and told Jadurani Mataji that you draw the picture and look like Prabhupada ji don't like it. She said, why? So she went to ask Prabhupada ji, and Prabhupada ji, this is picture I was drawing, and she started explaining with the excuse that I made this way, or something. Then after Prabhupada ji said, no, you made right. Just you had a lot of good desire and ambition. So Radharani is very merciful on you, and she said, Jadurani, come over here and I will give you the garland. So that's why Radharani is not looking toward Krishna, but is looking towards you. So she was very pleased by listening that words from the Prabhupada ji. And she felt that Prabhupada ji is telling that, I have that picture I like to show you. You can see this picture. Radha Krishna picture here. See Radha Krishna picture? Everybody can see that?
Yeah, we can see that.
And as you there, instead of Radharani is facing towards Krishna, she is facing other way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she is facing other way, and she has garland in the hand. So Prabhupada ji, when he saw the picture, he was not that pleased. And later he was talking to Jadurani Mataji, and Prabhupada ji is very humble, and he never get mad on anybody. So he said, oh, this is the good Radharani is your friend, and she want to give you this garland.
So yeah, so nice mood. Yeah.
Yeah, because Radharani is not looking toward Krishna, is looking other way.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the picture she made it. So, so one time Prabhupada ji is giving the class. He was giving a lecture at one of the church in New York with a couple of devotees, and everybody's few devotees there. And after Kirtan, Prabhupada ji started his class. So I'm going to read few of things and then explain you why I'm doing this way. Because this is a one verse from Kathopanishad, Prabhupada ji said, and what is the meaning of this word? And we go to that meaning, and step by step we go to the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here Prabhupada ji said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for participating with us in Sankirtan movement or Krishna conscious movement. This movement is to awaken the sleeping living entities. In the Vedic literature, in the Upanishad, we have the verse called Uttishta Jagrat Prapya Varanti Bodhata Surasya Dhara Nisita Duratyaya Durga Pathakstat Vayo Vadanti. The translation of Vedic voice says, O human being, O living entity, you are sleeping, please get up. You have to go to your duty. Prabhupada further explained that responsible parent awake their sleepy, indolent boy, and the Vedas are considered as the mother of human society. The Vedas are crying, Uttishta, means please get up, please get up. And what is that sleeping? Sleeping means to forget ourselves. Anyone, either a common man or very rich man, forget himself when he is fast asleep. When he's sleeping, he forget himself. He don't know where he is in the dream, or he is somewhere, or he is dreaming. Although he is sleeping in a very nice apartment or nice bedstream, he sometimes dream that he is thrown into the ocean or wherever. So Prabhupada said he politely and with concern affection told his audience that we do not know what is our identity. We do not know where from we have came in this place, where we have to go. Neither they have any information whether there is a life after death. Very gross understanding, just like animal. The animal is standing eating some grass. So Prabhupada is giving the example in the slaughterhouse. The goats are waiting in the line, and they are going to kill within a short time. So what the slaughterhouse people do, they feed the goats with the green grass, and little by little they are taking him inside. When the animal eat the grass, they have no any idea what's going on, what will happen next. Just they are very busy and attracting nice, sweet green grass. And even in that grass, they put some sugar, something sweet. So animal can eat that sweet and they enjoy. So, and little by little, they take inside to the slaughterhouse. So Prabhupada is explaining same thing, that the grass eating is still more palatable to him than looking to protection of for being killed. So this is called ignorance. And this is ignorance means nothing but is the sleeping state. Sleeping state is a ignorance. He explained how this life is only preparation for the next, and that we should try to develop our spiritual body. This we could do by following the spiritual authority. And that was the main point of this lecture, Prabhupada said. So authority, everywhere there is authority. You have to accept authority, and without authority, there is no advancement. So Prabhupada said two things. We are in the sleeping state, we have to wake up. And other thing said, we have to follow authority. Especially in devotional service, we have to follow the authority. We have to follow our Guruji. When we be initiated, we have to follow our Guru. And we have to follow the guideline, what they have given guideline to the devotee. So they follow the certain rules and regulation, follow the rules, chanting the rounds, do the deity worship, and all these things we have to follow. So without, if you don't follow the authority, you cannot progress in devotional service. And same way in material life, we have to, when you work for somebody, you have to follow your boss. You don't follow your boss, then you will be out from there. So similar way, Prabhupada is explaining. So there is a two thing is, first thing we have to wake. We have to wake from our mode of ignorance. So there is a prayer in our Vaishnava song to wake. Prabhupada said that, oh living entity, you are sleeping and please get up and you have to go to your duty. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a wonderful, had a wonderful prayer in our Vaishnava songbook. And we know the Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a eternal associate of Lord Gauranga Prabhu. And he is pleading with all living beings to wake up from their deep spiritual sleep. So there is a one song Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, and it's a very nice song. And after this song, I will read some translation. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Jeev jago, Gora Chandra bole, Katha Nindra jao maya pisachi rakole. Bhajibo bolia aise sansar bhitare, bhuliya rohile tumi avidya bhare. Tumare loite ami hoinu avtar, ami bina bandhu ar ke che tumar. Ene che ausadi maya, nasibar lagi, hari nam maha mantra lao tumi magi. Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Padiya, Sei Hari Nam Mantra, Lai Lo Mangiya. Jeeva Jago, Gora Chandra Bole. So here in the translation, they say, Lord Gauranga is calling, wake up sleeping soul, wake up sleeping soul. You have slept so long on the lap of the witch Maya. So here said Gauranga Prabhu that we are sleeping, we have to wake up because we are sleeping on the lap of the Maya. They said, you came in this world for birth and death, saying, my Lord, I will certainly worship you. But you have forgotten promise and remain in great ignorance. Yeah, so we forgot and with the great ignorance. I have descended just to save you, and accept for me, who is your friend. I have brought the medicine to eradicate the disease of illusion. Now pray for this Harinam Maha Mantra and take it. Thakur Bhaktivinoda fell at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, and after begging for the holy name, he received the Maha Mantra. So, dear friends, dear devotee, over here, Gauranga Prabhu said in this song that wake up, Jeev jago, Gora Chandra bole. Kata nindra jao maya pisachi rakole. So this is the time to wake up and do the devotional service. If we are in the mode of ignorance, we are very busy in material life, we are neglecting, but they will come later or sooner. We have to surrender to the Krishna. There is no choice. So that's why here they say, wake up, wake up, wake up. There is another nice prayer. I can say we are going to the Vrindavan, many devotees going to the Vrindavan. And at Vrindavan, we go to the ISKCON temple and attend the Mangala Aarti. I know Shyam Sundar Prabhu went many times. Advaita Acharya Prabhu went many times. I've been Vrindavan many times, many times, and many devotees went many times. And we go for the Krishna Balram temple to attend the Mangala Aarti. When we go to the Mangala Aarti, 4:15 a.m., what we do first thing? First thing, we go to the Prabhupada Samadhi, and they have a Guru Puja, Sansara Dava, Nalani Daloga. We attend that prayer. And after that prayer, we go to the main altar and attending that Mangala Aarti for Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balramji, and Gauranitai. So in that Aarti, what they are singing very nice song. I know, and you guys who went to the Vrindavan, you remember what that song is. That song is called Vibhavari says. So we attend to that song. What the song said? Vibhavari says aloka pravesa nindra chadi utho jiva bolo hari hari mukunda morari Rama Krishna haya griva. What they said? Vibhavari says aloka pravesa nindra chadi utho jiva bolo hari hari mukunda morari Rama Krishna haya griva. And this song, let's see with the first translation we can read. They said, the night has come to an end, and the light of dawn is entering. O Jiva soul, arise and give up your sleep. Chant the holy name of Lord Hari, who is the giver of liberation, the enemy of the Mura demon, the superior enjoyer, the all-attractive one, and the horse-headed incarnation Hayagriva. So, thank you, Vivek Prabhu. That's all I have to say, only one line. So in this song, Vibhavari says, Aloka Pravesa is described. Same thing, he said, wake up, time to wake up and pray to the Krishna, pray to the Lord Hari, and chant the holy name of Hari. So this is the another information they said, it's wake up. Because we are in mode of ignorance, we have to wake up. And when we go Vrindavan, we attend this Aarti, and every atmosphere is look like, you are in different world. You are feeling so Krishna conscious, and you feel the mercy of Radha and Krishna, Radha Shyam Sundar mercy, and everything is there. So this is the Vibhavari says a song. Since last 35 years or so, every morning in ISKCON Radha Shyam Sundar temple, they are singing. And this song is requested by Radha Govind Maharaj. Radha Govind Maharaj, devotee went there and they said, Maharaj, is okay, we are singing in Mangala this song. And Maharaj said, yes, definitely, we should sing this song. And since then, last 35 years or so, this song is going on every morning. Now, I can say, let's say, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur in wonderful player. He is an eternal associate of Gauranga and Jeev Jago. We sang that bhajan, and also we sang the Vibhavari says one. Now that's also Prabhupada explained that our body is like a chariot. Our body is like chariot. The senses to be like a 5 horses is our 5 senses. And the mind is a rein, is a lagam. In Bhagavad Gita, we saw on the first picture on the front that Lord Krishna is sitting in the front of the chariot and Arjun is behind, and all those 5 horses are there, and Krishna is holding that rein, R-E-I-N, rein, this is called to drive the horse. So Prabhupada is telling that we have those 5 senses, is like a 5 horses, and mind to be the rein, meant to control those horses. And but if the mind senses is weak, then horses is wild, and the wild horses is uncontrollable. So we have to hold the rein is very properly, and chariot must protect from dangerous condition. To the driver is holding those reins in our good, is a God-given human intelligence, and the soul is the passenger sitting with the chariot. So passenger is sitting in this chariot, and intelligent is our, who is driver in the chariot, the intelligence is there. So we should know that in the condition, it is all dream. We have nothing to do with this chariot or with these horses or with the mind and with this intelligence. We are dreaming. We are riding on this chariot, is we are dreaming. Our real awakened state is in our original pure spiritual body in the loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in liberation. This is called liberation condition. So, but we are asleep, and sometimes we have nice dream, and we have then we experience pleasure in this world, and sometimes we experience terrible nightmare, the nightmare of frustration and devastating and even death. It is really does not matter whether you have a nightmare or nice dream. What matter is you are awaking up. You are coming to real sense. Someone come and said, "Hey, wake up! It is time for Mangla Arti." Then we run for Mangla Arti and such as that's a good thing. So similar way, only Krishna can wake us up. Only Lord Krishna can wake us up. Whether it is nightmare or whether it is a sweet dream. Srila Prabhupada said it is all illusion. It is all ignorance. It is all sleep. Krishna consciousness means to wake up from the sleep, to understand your real eternal form in the spiritual world. So what is our eternal real relation with the Krishna? Is we are like a Jivere Swarupa Hoy Nitya Krishna Das. We are minute entity, and we have to surrender to the Krishna. And Chaitanya Charitamrita said, Jivere Swarupa Hoy Nitya Krishna Das. We are servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. To understand the unlimited ecstasy, joy of your love for Krishna. And this is what Krishna has come to this world through so many very incarnation and so many various devotees of their Lord, and their only business to wake us up. So we are giving, that's why we are going and listening many times when saint come or some sannyasi come or somebody comes, senior devotee come, then we go and listen his lecture. Why? Because we want to wake us up, because we have desire to wake up. To wake up. And that's the only thing I hear Prabhupada ji said. Okay, Krishna has come to this world through so many various incarnations and so many various devotees of the Lord. Their only business to wake us up. They are, because that's why we need mercy from those devotees. But we become so attached to our sleepiness. We don't want to wake up. it is only Krishna that can wake us up, and there is no other power that can wake us from the dream. So we have to, and we know that that because there is no other power that can wake us from this dream, and this dream of Maya. Maya has put us in deep slumber, and only Krishna has power to bring us out from this slumber. That's why in Bhagavad Gita there is well-known verse. We know that Devi Hesam Gunmai Maya Mam Maya Duratya Mam Eva Ye Prapandyante Mayam Etat Tarantite. Is the 7th chapter, verse number 14. He said, Devim Hesam Gunmai Mam Maya Duratyate Maya Evam Prapantyate Maya Etat Tarantite. Krishna says, this material nature is very, very difficult to overcome, but one who is surrendered to me come out of it. Krishna is none different than his name. His sound vibration of Krishna's name is wake us up. And that's why we are always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are chanting this Mahamantra. In fact, Srila Prabhupada would often say that sound is the most powerful of all material element. So, listen again. Prabhupada said that sound is the most powerful of all material element, and when transcendental sound, spiritual sound come into our ear and into our heart, it has a more powerful effect than anything else. That's why chanting is very important. We have to chant. We have to chant. And everywhere you see chanting, if you chant seriously, and good time to chant seriously is morning. You have to wake up early in the morning, around 4 o'clock, before 2 hours before sunrise, devotee has to wake up and do the chanting. And do the chanting, and because Prabhupada said is a spiritual sound come into ear and into our heart, and it has more powerful effect than anything else. Spiritual sound, that sound of God's name wakes the soul and wakes the soul out of the sleep of Maya. One time Prabhupada giving the class, then after some devotee asked the question, hey Prabhupada, when we are outside and chanting, many other people are watching. Are you holding? What is in your hand? Then we said is the called mala, is a beads, and people are curious why we are chanting. And sometime we explain them, and they said, oh, they are curious. They want to chant sometime. So one devotee asked Prabhupada, I know so many people, young people, even that when they see us, that devotee are chanting on the street, I can see those other people, their eyes, and they really want to chant also, but sometimes is stopping them. So the devotee asked, verbally they ask Prabhupada, is this thing happening or is our experience? So Prabhupada said, that is Maya. What is Maya? That is Maya. Therefore, Krishna says the Maya is very strong. But if you capture Krishna very more strongly, then Maya cannot do anything. That's why they said Maya means some tarantite in the words we said. Maya cannot do anything. If something is opposing your chanting, then you will have to chant more loudly. Prabhupada said, once you are chanting quietly and something is opposing, and then, or sometimes you have danger, then you should fear, then you should chant loudly. Chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Even Prabhupada said his own experience. He said, I will chant loudly. Then this is the medicine, is the same, at least I do so. When I am in danger, I am in some danger, I chant loudly. So as soon as I chant this Hare Krishna mantra, I become immediately free from the dangers. Prabhupada's word, he said, when I chant loudly, my danger will be over. It gives us light into the darkness of our heart. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he explained, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's explaining that sometimes the heart is called, in Sanskrit, the word called guha, Guha. Guha means cave, but deep and secret place. Because in this cave, the deep secret place, the soul is living side by side with the super soul. So His Grace Vishwanath, His Holiness Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining in the heart there is some space there, and in that space, who is Jivas live, and with the Jiva, Paramatma is there, with this super soul there. But we don't know where this cave is. We cannot way into this cave, although it is very essence of our life. Our soul and Krishna, and it is right within the heart. The heart is the focus of our entire existence. Physically, without heart, nothing else can function. You know that. We all know that about it. So that's why we call, many times we said, oh, we Atma stay with the Paramatma inside in our heart. We always we are talking, but where is they are staying? So that's why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained that's in the space they are, Jiva is Atma and Paramatma. They both live, Paramatma, that's this Krishna, they live there. So further he said, our sleeping means spiritual death, and Srimad Bhagavatam is describing some pastime. So we are going to talk about, there is one nice pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 51, which is describing about King Muchkunda. So I'm going to talk about King Muchkunda pastime. King Muchkunda, because the subject over here, we are talking about wake up from big sleep. We are, this is the class for today, was to wake up from this ignorance, wake up from this big sleep. And that's why I pick up this example from Srimad Bhagavatam, that King Muchkunda, he was in deep, deep sleep. And I'm requesting, so I'm going to read from 10th canto, chapter 51, Deliverance of Mukunda. In this chapter, it is just introduction on the first page, page of the 51 chapter. I'm reading that one, and then we will discuss further. So here they say this chapter describe how Lord Krishna caused Muchkunda to kill Kalyavan with his harsh glance, and it is also related the conversation between Muchkunda and Lord Krishna. So after placing his family member safely with the Dwarka fortress, Sri Krishna went out of Mathura. So one time, Lord Krishna was in Dwarka and his family was in Dwarka settled down. Then he came back to the Mathura. Now he appears like the rising moon. Kalyavan saw that the Krishna's brilliantly effulgent body matched Narad Muni's description of the Lord, and thus the Yavan knew he was the personality described of the Lord. So one time, Kalyavan had asked, Kalyavan and Jarasandha, they are both friends. Jarasandha, he fought 17 times with Lord Krishna, and finally Krishna realized, let's get out from Mathura and move to the Dwarka. And Krishna came from the Dwarka to Mathura to visit. And when, meantime, Narad Muni was there. So Kalyavan met Narad Muni and asked, how is the Krishna look like? So Narad Muni gave the description that Krishna is look like this way. He wear the pitambar, he had this thing, he had you will easily recognize Krishna. So Kalyavan saw that in Mathura, the Krishna. So he is going behind to the Krishna to catch him because he want to fight the Krishna. But he saw that Krishna has no weapons or no shastra. So he threw away, Kalyavan, he also threw away his weapons and he was following and he was running behind Krishna. So Krishna is walking and Krishna realized that Kalyavan is coming behind me. So Krishna is just walking and Kalyavan is running little fast to catch the Krishna, like this is our experience. You are walking and you want to, front of you, somebody is walking and you want to catch him or you want to shout him and you want to pick up him and he's not, you cannot catch him. Then you get mad and you are going to say something bad word and hey, stop here, why you are running. Same way, Kalyavan is going behind and he tried to catch the Krishna, but Krishna is walking, So finally, Krishna took him to the mountainside, and mountainside he took him, and he went to the caves. So Kalyavan is following him, and she thought, I am going to fight with the Krishna there. So he went in and running, and after he was exhausted, and he went in the caves, and he cannot find Krishna. But he saw that somebody is sleeping. So he go and kick that person. Kalyavan go and kick that person. So that person is wake up and he opened his eyes and he was looking that guy. And same time, Kalyavan was looking on him, but the guy was sleeping. He was King Muchkunda. And Muchkunda had special power in his eyes that whoever he can see, so somebody disturb him in his sleep, and if he wake up and he see who is that person, he can burn him. So that story has happened. So let me read in the book what Prabhupada ji has explained there. They said, seeing that the Lord carries no weapon, so Kalyavan put his own weapon aside and ran towards him from behind and wanting to fight with him. Sri Krishna ran from the Yavan and staying just barely behind the Kalyavan grasp and at every step and eventually leading him a long distance towards the mountain cave. At Kalyavan ran, he heard and insulted at the Lord, but he could not grasp him. Since his stock impious karma was not yet depleted, Sri Krishna entered in the cave, whereupon Kalyavan followed after him and saw men lying on the ground. Taking him for Sri Krishna, Kalyavan kicked him. The man had been sleeping for a very long time, and now, having been violently awakened, he looked around angrily in all directions and saw Kalyavan. The man stared harshly at him, ignited fire in Kalyavan's body, and in moment burning him to the ashes. The extraordinary person was son of Mandhata named Muchkunda. He was devoted to the Brahminical culture and always true to his vows. Previously, he had spent many long years helping to protect the demigod from the demon. So that was the here in the book this described. That person was nothing but he was the son of Mandhata. Mandhata had a couple of sons, and one of the son is Amrish Maharaj. Is also one of his sons. And here Muchkunda is another son. Mandhata, he was, so Muchkunda, he was devoted to the Brahminical culture and always true in his vow. He was a devoted in Brahminical culture. He has a big family. He was maintaining his family and living very peacefully. But he was king, he is more powerful. So Prabhupada explained that he had beautiful palace. His army was so strong. His kingdom which was so peaceful and unrivaled, and he worked so hard in the service of the demigods. So that Muchkunda Maharaj was very famous and very well known. So one time this Devtas were fighting with the Asura, and means demons, and they realize that we need help because otherwise Asura is going to kill us. So Lord Indra went to the Muchkunda and request to come and join in a fight with the demons. So Muchkunda Maharaj, King Muchkunda, he fight with the demons. So here Prabhupada ji said that he never saw them. Okay, so Prabhupada ji said that he had beautiful palace, his army, his kingdom, which was so peaceful and unrivaled, and he worked so hard in the service of the demigod. That actually he never saw them again because he was fighting with such a courage, so hard for so many long years in the realms of the demigod. He actually become above the particular time sequence of this earth planet. So he knew as he was fighting them, the demons, that his wives, his children, his place, all of his friends, and all of his relatives, they all die in due course. And he continued to fighting such a devotee, such a selfless person. So King Muchkunda, he was fighting with the demon to protect the Devtas. And he fight for so many years, long time. Imagine 1 year equal to 340 years of Devtas. So Muchkunda fight for many years. So his family, his kingdom, his palace, his all grandchildren or children, everybody all will gone. And he was there with the Devtas and fighting against demons. So Prabhupada has explained that demigods, he actually, when he was fighting with the demigod in the so long time period, he lost, he had no family or nothing, he was by himself. So over here said, he never saw them again. He never saw those family because he was fighting with such a courage, so hard, so many long years in the realms of the demigod. He actually become above the particular time sequence of this earth planet. So he knew as he was fighting them to demons, and that's his wife and children and his palace and everything, friend, relative, they are all die in due course, and he continued fighting such a devotee. But now look at here, Prabhupada ji said he was fighting such a devotee, such a selfless person. He was selfless. He has no any motive or desire. He was just selflessly fighting. And for the Lord devotees, Devatas living in heaven, they are above our human being, and they are not ordinary. They are Devatas. They are also devotees too. So we are respecting all Devi Devatas because they are devotees. And he was fighting to protect the devotees. And that's why Krishna wanted to give him selfless service for the Lord devotees. So Krishna wanted to give him his special mercy. That's why Krishna wants to give King Muchkunda special mercy, because King Muchkunda fight for protect his devotees. So King Krishna wanted to give him his special mercy because he was willing to put his own attachment aside for the benefit of others. This attract Krishna. So what is attract to Krishna? That we do the selfless service, our motivation just to serve, and to that way we can attract the Krishna. This is a lesson for us too. That's why as a devotee, we have to follow these things. We whatever do our service is must be selfless service, unmotivated service, and we have to do for the Lord's devotee. Selfless service for the Lord devotees. Many times we do for the Lord devotees, and we have to do it. That's where Krishna, if you want to please the Krishna, we have to do it. Prabhupada said, if you want to please Krishna, do this thing. And here, that's why example is Kalya one example we are talking here. So here said, Krishna wanted to give him his special mercy because he was willing to put his own attachment aside for the benefit of others. And this attracted Krishna. And then Muchkunda, being tired, he wanted to sleep. So after the war is going on, war is over, then demigod asked, Indra asked Muchkunda Maharaj that you fight too long. If you need something, we can offer you and really appreciate. So Muchkunda Maharaj said, I fought this many years. I am very tired. I did not get chance to sleep. I want to sleep. Just please let me sleep first. So they said, Tathastu, then you can, yes. So he came to this cave and he was just sleeping. But at the same time, he asked another thing. If I'm sleeping, you give me that nobody disturb me. And so Devta gave him that benediction. Yes, you go and sleep. And also we give you second, if somebody wake you up, then you have power in your eye. You can burn that person if somebody disturb you in your sleeping. So that's where King Mukunda was sleeping, and Kalyavan came and he tried to, he thought that this is the Krishna, so he kicked him and he wake him up and he wake him up. So what automatic it has happened, you know. So here, what I try to say is Krishna is always, we are as a human being, we can do one thing at a time. But Krishna can do more than one thing. Krishna has two intentions. One is go and kill the Kalyavan, so Kalyavan can die, gone. And second thing, to see the Muchkunda Maharaj, King Muchkunda. He is sleeping, so he can wake up and meet King Muchkunda and give him special benediction. Yes, so that's the way Krishna always do two things. We know that many other lila, like Dwarka lila, we can see Krishna is expanded in 16,108 different palaces and different forms, and he was doing many different things. When Narad Muni went there and he saw one place Krishna is doing as a grahasti, he's doing one kind of thing, other place he's doing something else, third palace he's doing something else. So that way, Krishna is doing so many expansion and doing one thing. So other thing, Damodar Lila we can see. Damodar Lila also, Krishna did more than one thing. He did the Damodar Lila, and second thing he did is give his, those two trees were in his yard, and Amal June tree and broke his, and those two boys of Kuvera came and they got benediction and they went back to the heaven. So that was second thing. Also, there is another example we can see where Krishna did more than one thing. Now over here, Prabhupada said one thing, that, but many times Raghunath Das Goswami, Namacharya, Haridas Thakur, and those our Acharya, they were not sleeping that much. They were sleeping even many times 1 hour or 2 hours. You know, Haridas Thakur, when he was standing 192 rounds, he was not sleeping. He was hardly even sleeping. He would sleep perhaps 1 or 2 hours. Raghunath Das Goswami also used to do them. Sometimes even weeks would go by when he was so busy and chanting Hare Krishna and bowing down before the Vaishnava and serving Vaishnavas and writing wonderful books, that he was just forget that it was the time for sleep. He would just forgot, and he was too busy. but we cannot imitate such a people. We cannot imitate ourselves. Okay, now I can reduce my sleep and I can do like Haridas Thakur or Raghunath Das Goswami. No, we cannot do that one. You try to imitate, then what will happen? It will become agitated and disturbed, and we will die spiritually. So Krishna says that his path is not for one who eats too much or eat too little. We must be regulated. We have to balance our life, because if you have balanced life, we have regulated life, then we can progress in our bhakti. That's another thing we have to remember. Now, this is a process of bhakti. Muchkunda, he was sleeping so much, but because he was so wonderful in the willingness of selflessly serve the devotee, the Lord took it upon himself to wake him up. And this is one of the process of bhakti, to serve selflessly to the devotee. And Krishna, someday he will please and he can wake us up. Other thing, you cannot wake up yourself. Only Krishna can wake you up. We have to remember, we have to depend on Krishna. You cannot do that by yourself. And when will he wake you up? When will he reveal himself with the caves of your heart? When he sees that you are anxious to selflessly give up all your own concern to please his devotee. That's the main thing. Similarly, the caves of our heart, you should know your soul is sleeping in darkness and dreaming of all we call life. But with the proper Krishna consciousness is very important. Attachment for one purpose only, to serve the devotee, to assist the devotee in whatever we can, then Krishna becomes so pleased with us that he personally wakes us up. He reveals himself and brings light and love to our life. Now, our time is almost getting close. So I can just tell you one story about King Muchkunda. In Srimad Bhagavatam, I said 10th canto, chapter 51, but that one has very little information. But if anybody has a Krishna book, so I requested, look to the Krishna book and go in the Krishna book and read the deliverance of Muchkunda. And Prabhupada ji has written very detailed information, and so many nice information Prabhupada ji has written in Krishna book. Because I remember, and we heard that this 10 canto, after 10 canto chapter 13, the translated and written by not Prabhupada ji, but some other devotees. But before up to the 13th, 10th canto up to the chapter 13, all the Srimad Bhagavatam is written by Srila Prabhupada. So up to the 13th chapter, you will find more instruction and more detail purport. While you go to the after 10th canto in like a 51 chapter, there is very few purport. There is not much purport. And that's why I'm requesting devotees should read Krishna book. Krishna book is a Prabhupada ji has written, and Krishna book is also a summary of 10 canto. And Krishna book has more detail and more information. Yeah. So who was this? What happened to this King Muchkunda? King Muchkunda, he was after meet the Krishna, and he's asked, they introduce each other. Krishna has introduced each other, and Muchkunda prayer, he is praying to the Lord Krishna that please give me some benediction, and I'm very pleased. And he was requesting Krishna. So Krishna said, yes, you have in your next birth, you will be a Brahmin, good Vaishnava, and so you have one more birth, because in this birth you have did so many did big war and so many people kill, and that's why I'm requesting you have to take one more birth, become a Vaishnava Brahman, and after that you will come to me. So he said, fine. Then there is a pastime. What happened in the next birth is a Skand Puran said. In next birth, he is born as a Brahmin, and he was a good Vaishnava, good Lord Vishnu's devotee. And his name was Pundarik. Many people knows who was the Pundarik. Pundarik born, and he was serving his older parent. He was a good devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he was serving, taking care of his own parents. So one time Krishna came to see him. There was a version, let me see. Muchkund Maharaj was reborn as a Pundalik, which was his last birth, and after which he achieved moksha at the feet of Lord Vithoba at Pandharpur. Legend of Pundarik. So Pundarik, he is a great devotee of Lord Vishnu and beautiful son who served his aged parents well. And Lord Krishna came as a coward to meet Pundarik, and in raptured with his divine form, Pundarik asked him to sanctify the place and make it as a holy Tirth Kshetra, this place, all pilgrimage site, by remaining there in the same beautiful form on the bank of the river Bhima. This image is said to be the present day image of Lord Vithoba at the holy place, is identified as the Pandharpur, modern day name called Pandharpur. So this is the story of Pandharpur. Many devotees went to the Pandharpur and they know the Lord Vithoba's place. And this is the story in the Skand Puran. They said Pundarik, in previous life, he was the King Muchkunda. I'm stopping here. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. If anybody has some question, please, we can open the floor and talk. And this King Muchkunda Maharaj prayer for Lord Krishna, if you get chance, please read in chapter 10, 10th canto, chapter 51, the verses 55, 56, 57, and onward. Is a very good prayer by King Muchkunda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice class. Thank you for enlightening us with a word of wisdom to have a wake-up call for us. As you know that we are all kind of in a dreaming or sleeping state, and we have been forgetting our identity as eternal servant of Krishna. So thank you for reminding that. The pastimes of King Muchukund is also very sweet pastime, that how Lord approaches his devotee. I mean, not devotee has to go to see the Lord, but Lord goes to his devotee when Krishna is pleased. A similar pastime is also there for Shrutadev and Bahulascha, because they both were devotees of Lord. Lord Krishna personally went to see them because they could not come and see the Lord. So was them. So that is his special mercy, that when he is pleased, he goes to devotee, not devotee has to go see him. So yes, very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna. Jai Radhe Shyam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So next Sunday
Hare
class,
Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Next Sunday we have class by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. So please everybody come and pass the word so more devotee can come and attend the class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glory to the Prabhupada. Jai Radhe Shyam.
Hare